Okay, so thanks everybody for coming to the last lecture in the 4th year of the Hempology 101 22 lectures that we put on every year at the University of Victoria. And I'm happy to have a guest speaker today, and I'm throwing spitballs at her, but certainly I'm really looking forward to hearing. Oh, Rory, what's up?
Why do you have a guest speaker today on your last information free-for-all?
Well, I guess I like to have different perspectives on various issues, although I certainly know some subjects very well. Obviously, the history of hempology more than anyone. There are other people and stories and things. So every subject that we cover has, many different points.
So why you got a guest speaker for the last speech of your course? Why is that?
Well, in a way, hempology isn't mine in a sense. It was somebody else's work that I came across.
Yeah.
I think this weekend's convention with Andrew organizing it and being the master of ceremonies and such was a great example of how hempology can and is being done by many more people than myself. And so it is an area
that... So you're still here, that's what you're saying, but you're not really putting the effort into it?
Well, there's only so much one person can do, and there's a lot to educate the world about. Many people that come to and participate in hempology's meetings, and so to me it doesn't matter if it was the first or the last. I haven't had that many guest lectures this semester, honestly.
Yeah, you had a couple. They were pretty good, actually.
I
appreciated that, for the fact of having.
Yes, I did.
You should get Boyd in here, but Mark Emery, but I appreciate what your effort.
Thanks.
Thanks for the course.
I just say,
Well,
you're
don't
quite
make
welcome.
yourself too much.
But yeah, I do enjoy giving people the opportunity to share their knowledge as well, like I say, and it's something that my work with hempology wouldn't be possible with many people working in many components. People often see me as the spokesperson, but there are a lot of different things that happen at hempology and things people can do.
But you're still here, right? That's important.
For sure.
Like you're still educating people. And that's number one, right?
So we have some handouts. He's going to pass those around. And I'm not sure if the PowerPoint is going to work along with this. Did you get it going? It's happening? Like, yay, you rock.
Yay.
So, pardon? I'll do the clicking. And thank you very much, everybody, again, for the group effort that hempology is. And thank you especially to Gail for helping me personally and professionally with this organization. In many ways, it might not even be here at school if Gail hadn't have kept it going when I wasn't allowed here. So in a lot of ways, this is, I think, a perfect example of someone who has built and contributed to this organization in a way that it wouldn't be here in some ways like it is. So I can't say thanks enough. I'm looking forward to hearing Gail's stories and thoughts about hempology today. So thank you. Come on.
Yay!
Thanks a lot for coming. Sorry for missing the other lectures due to family illnesses and my own. So thanks for your patience and thanks for being here today. And indeed, I'm not going to talk about the history of hempology. That's on, you can watch them on past lectures. Instead, I'm going to focus more on my own personal history with hempology. I joined the club about 7 years ago in 2003. And it was a very few months after joining the Cannabis Buyers Club of Canada that I discovered hempology, because I started hanging around and noticed there was other things going on. So, and hemp has been a big part of my life for more than 2/3 of my life. Any way I can teach about hemp and learn more about hemp, I'm usually there. So as it says, from small beginnings, great things can happen, starting with a hemp seed or an idea. This used to be the normal sort of size of meetings at one time, and indeed up here at the university too when I started. They were very small meetings. When I started coming up here, Ted wasn't allowed. We had, because of the trafficking arrest for sharing joints. But it's through the help of people like Colby and Walter and Steve and other people that we could scrape together every week. We had a 320 at Camosun College, and then came up that Ted could go to, and then he'd go back to work and we'd come up here for 420, and then after work was done about 7 o'clock we'd all meet downtown for a meeting. Those meetings were very elusive to me for quite a while because I kept moving, and I was also sort of working, so it was hard to figure out where they were until I started actual work at the club and became more involved in volunteering, and then I found out that way where the next meeting was, because up until you could go to a meeting you pretty much had to be at the meeting before to know where the next one was. And that was mostly due to making sure people paid attention and also trying to stay a little bit more away from the police.
What is this picture of?
This is hotboxing the probation office at Victoria Courthouse. We just hotbox
Been there,
underneath
there.
the stairs.
What's
and-
that tube?
Good times.
Well, they're blowing the smoke in through the tube.
Oh,
into
actually,
the
oh. I thought you were actually inside.
No,
Yeah.
you can see the door sign
Yeah,
right
see?
there a little bit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you
the
can just
tubes,
put
we
a
just put the
blanket
tubes
and
in the doorway
close
and
it up.
blow.
Yes, incriminating.
It is still
Hot
a
box, you can make
tradition,
a hot
but it's
box
changed
somewhere.
a little bit now because the probation office isn't there anymore. But I heard there was a lot of people who were quite thankful of doing that when they got they had to spend the night in later and could still smell it all. So those meetings were, the meetings downtown were quite amazing to say the least. A lot of things happened at them other than just the education of cannabis. A lot of homeless young people came to them, and through that they learned a lot about community that they didn't have because they weren't brought up necessarily in the most perfect of homes, and it really taught me a lot that it took a very few words and just a little bit of care sometimes to help a lot of people along with their lives. In Hempology, I watched a lot of people get off of the streets. I've watched couples get together, and some of them married now. And what would you like? What was your question?
Oh yeah, I was just wondering about drug policy at the meetings. I've loved your drug policy.
Our drug
Nothing
policy was very
but marijuana. For years, right? I saw Ted Smith, right, toss a meth pipe up into the high water one time.
Well, our
I remember that in
policy
Beacon Hill.
was
Yeah.
pretty strict, and
Yeah, and I also saw him beat a man down.
yeah, that
It was pretty good. I was trying to break up that fight, and it didn't work so well.
I
but
think that fight was the end. I think I know the one that you're
The guy who
thinking
hit
of
him in the head with
at
the beer
at
can,
the
is
end
that the
of
one?
At the Ministry of Health building. I think
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
that was the end of the meetings
That was
because
like a
too many
whirlpool.
people were coming to use the protection of the Hempology meetings to just drink. And that's
So
not what
you're
the
talking
meetings
about
were
slowing
about.
down, maybe minimizing a little bit of pot for one person, a little bit of pot for another person, and then your limits. Right? Because if you get too stoned or too
No,
drunk,
it wasn't.
limitations for everything,
It was about
right?
people being drunk and disorder and not
Yeah,
respecting
no, I
the
know that,
meetings.
but
That's why they stopped.
are you following my logic?